Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining. So today, this is a little different from most watch videos that I do. This watch here was found underwater in the ocean about 35 years ago in the mid-'80s. And it happened on Cape Cod in the Hyannis-Yarmouth area. My friend Bruce, who by the way does a great podcast on the Twilight Zone called Just Beneath the Surface, and how appropriate, because this watch was found just beneath the surface off of a jetty. And, jetties are, if you're familiar with jetties, especially off Cape Cod, they're rock formations, or actually man-made rock formations that go out into the ocean, and people fish off them. And Bruce snorkels off these jetties, and he was down in the water, and he saw something shiny in the sand. He had to dive down a couple times, and he moved the sand away, and sure enough, this is what he found, this watch. He brought it home and he kind of shelved it for about 35 years. So he showed it to me when I was over his house recently, and I told him I'd take a look at it. As you can see, or maybe not, there's a lot of sort of salt and sand sediment on the back of the watch. So I'm gonna open it up and see if it's at all salvageable, if that salt water got in the watch at all. So obviously first we're going to spread out the bracelet, make it a little easier to, but I mean, look at this deposit, this sandy, salty deposit, and you can sort of see what looks like corrosion sort of on the back of the bracelet, on the back of the watch. And let's just, hope that it didn't seep into the watch. I mean, this will be a miracle if this thing runs. So, I've got my watch back remover. This is not a screw on. It's a, snap off. So let's get that off. Great. And it actually doesn't look that bad. I mean, it doesn't look like actually the water seeped in. Let's pull the battery off. I mean, you can see that sediment around the edge, but not inside. So let's take this battery out. And this is a pretty common battery. It said on the back of the watch case what it was, so I have it in advance. I knew what battery I needed. It's a 377. So, very common, very cheap. A lot of times I buy my batteries at Amazon, but these are pretty inexpensive, even if you get it at a local pharmacy or supermarket. So snap that in. Wow. Amazing. Hasn't run for at least 35 years and was underwater, and it is running. Wow, that is just amazing. So, let's kind of put it back together, and then I kind of want to clean it up. But this is just amazing that this thing still runs. So I'm going to take this old toothbrush. It's kind of a stiff one, so I can at least kind of get away some of that sediment around the back of the watch, the back of the case. And yeah, this probably isn't something you'd want to do with an expensive watch in case some of that sediment goes back inside. I know that's what people are probably thinking. So let me just clean this away. I think I'm going to get a little compressed air. Try to clean that away as well. That looks pretty good. Yeah, much better. Much better. That should do it, just to make sure nothing got in there. Oh man, that snapped right on. I didn't even need one of those watch back presses. So man, this is amazing. It is running. And running well. This, by the way, Folio watches are not expensive watches. It's not like we have rescued a really expensive watch. These things are available at, Walmart, Marshall's probably. I saw them at Macy's for a lot more, same watch. But, I mean, Walmart, they're like $20. And who knows back then how much this was, but they are cheap watches. So it's even more amazing that this thing is actually still running. So, yeah. And by the way, I did kind of, off camera, I stopped for a second and I took the watch and kind of cleaned the back up a little bit, the back of the bracelet and the back of the watch. So let's snap this back on. By the way, I haven't told Bruce yet that I was about to. He knows that I was going to take a look at it, but he doesn't know that I'm doing it now. And rather than give him a call and tell him, I think I'll put this video up and send him a link and let him see for himself that this works. So this is a great watch rescue of an inexpensive Folio watch found again under the ocean, under the water on Cape Cod over 35 years ago. And it lives again. Just amazing. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and like this video.